Right. So good morning, Akeem. Welcome to our Zoom interview.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Hi, good morning, good morning.
So we're going to be asking a few questions this morning. Firstly, we would like to start off by asking you if you could give us a brief description of your background.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Akeem Stewart. I'm a Trinidad and Tobago national athlete. I'm a triple world record holder in track and field. And I born in Trinidad, San Fernando General Hospital, and I moved to Tobago when I was 3 years old.
Thank you very much, Akeem. And do you have any siblings? And these siblings that you have they how have they influenced you in
Mhm.
have they influenced you in any way?
All right, so I have two siblings, and yeah, my family members and my brother and my sister always supported me from the young right up to this stage, So yeah, that had a positive impact on my career because sometimes I was injured and I felt like giving up, and there was always positive to tell me, don't worry, I'm a determined person, let's keep working and staying dedicated. So, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Thank you very much. Did you always aspire to become an athlete, or was it like something that happened along the way?
Okay, so my dad was a career soldier and he also a national rugby player and he also took part in track and field. So it was like a traditional thing in the family. So I guess it come as a family tradition.
Okay, understood. Nice.
Also,
I'll move on to question number 7 of this, all right? So,
sure.
in terms of going into the kind of family profession, right? Did you experience any challenges within that as we were transitioning into becoming the athlete and everything like that? Like,
Oh, well, to be honest, track and field, well, field events in across the board is very difficult, and there's a lot of fight down where you progress as an athlete. So sometimes you'd have a little bit of difficulties getting to qualify for teams, getting to Trinidad and all this stuff, but I wouldn't say anything major.
okay, cool. I would say you can take the next one.
Nice. So when did you realize that you had a gift?
Uh, and other than that is a God-given talent. I guess I was blessed with a lot of strength and self-determination. So I would say after I made my first national team in 2008, the passion grew for athletics.
Nice.
And how did you feel when you found out that that you had this gift there?
Uh, to be honest, my first national team, I just did it to say I went out of Trinidad and Tobago and just for the national clothes. But after having the experience, I guess I mature more as a individual. So I guess, yeah, 2011, I really started taking track and field serious. So I would say 2011.
Right.
Okay.
So looking at one of your YouTube videos, we noticed that you spoke about you having a disability. And
Yeah.
how did you feel finding out that you had that disability, or were you born with
Well,
disability?
mhm. Well, me personally, some people might also that also give me the opportunity to compete as a regular athlete and a para athlete. So I have many opportunities as an athlete.
Okay, we kind of lost you at the first part because the internet connection dropped.
Jump a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't hear the first part that you said about your disability.
Right. So I was saying, I don't really consider myself having a disability because I consider it as an ability to do multiple things because where some athletes compete one season and only have one opportunity at making Olympic Games, I also have two opportunities, which is qualifying for the Olympic Games and the Paralympic Games. So I consider it as a blessing and not a disability.
Very nice. So Shiv, you could take
Um,
the other
can
question.
you tell us about what the disability is? Is it diagnosed by chance?
The name of the disability is Geno Verum. This disorder is like bow legs.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so I just have a bow leg.
Gino Verum, you said, right?
Yeah.
Verum. Okay. Cool. And how what was he feeling like finding out that you found out about this very young, or like was later on, or?
Well, it was later on because it happened so fast that it kind of threw me off as a young person, because I was normal growing up from birth till around 13, 14, and I had a growth spurt where I grew rapid over the summer. Then I
Right.
noticed after the summer, I realized that something wasn't right. So I felt a little bit discouraged, about going out online and interacting with kids, but my friends and them is always real with me, and they always support me and tell me to study it. We always have your back and stuff like that. So I guess to me it was like normal.
Okay. Yeah. And so my second question there, I was now gonna ask, so what was the interactions with persons after you found out you had a disability? So it's nice to know that yeah, you're very supportive
Yeah.
crew behind you. That's very
Mm-hmm.
nice to hear. Um, so in terms, I remember you said that you first joined the team in 2011. You said, right?
No, 2008 was my first national team.
First national team. So how
Yeah.
was it? There anybody specific there who inspired you to help nurture that want to compete or that talent? Would you say like anybody specific, or was it just like a general team
All right.
atmosphere?
So I always from small my dad had us watching the Olympic Games, and always have us watching the shot put event because that was always his favorite and my favorite. So I think the person who really had a great impact on my track and field career was my dad and
Right.
an American shot putter named Brian Oldfield, who passed 2017. He was my role model. So I guess those were the two.
Okay. Cool. And currently, what's your training schedule like? Like, if you have to take us through a typical day when you're on season, what's that like?
All right. So on season, okay, off season I train 3 times a day. That include strength training in the morning, cardio, and in the afternoon, sometimes I have swimming and then throwing, or sometimes I do throwing and then go to swimming.
Right.
And every day, every day for me, I technically do 2 sessions per day, which is strength training and throws. So yeah,
Okay.
don't really have much
Pretty
time to
packed.
socialize and stuff like that.
Yeah, really packed day. I'm not gonna say that. Wow. Uh, and so when you had won your first event, can you describe how can you remember it? Like how would you describe that to us? That in the process of and then winning the event.
Well, I remember my first international medal. Well, the first national team I made, I didn't medal. So the second team I went back out, that would have been my last year as a junior, and I make up my mind was the medal. And I
Right.
also won my country first medal in that game. So that was also historical. And, my dad, as an athlete who made character games, did not medal. So, it was technically just to put the family name out there. And
Right.
I guess that was the greatest feeling ever.
Yeah, I can see you're proud about it. Like I've seen the expression on your face, so that's really cool. That's really, really good. I'm smiling on
Yeah.
the side too to see the energy is transferred. Um, are there any other achievements as outside of the international? That would be regional, or that would be characterized regional,
Yeah, character regional.
right? Are there
But
any other achievements?
I also took part in Nakakana 23 in Paralympics, Para World Champs, Commonwealth, Pan Am Games, Pan Am Juniors. I compete in a lot of international meets. So,
Okay.
yeah.
What can you tell us about one of those events that you remember that yeah you had a really good day, the one that stands out, this one?
Well, you have a lot of standouts. But I think my greatest moment, to be honest, is when I broke the 2 world records in Toronto 2015.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever break any major record, and
Hey,
also won double gold in that event.
it's cool. Nice, nice. I think I saw that in the YouTube, the bio. Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
was there.
and 2017 I also win double gold in the Para World Champs in London. So that was
Okay,
also
great.
a next great moment for me because I also broke the shot put record, which was the first time I'd compete on the international stage doing shot put.
Mhm.
So
Okay,
that was fantastic.
Nice. Okay, so thank you so much for having the opportunity to come out to us. I know you had a packed day today,
Yeah.
so
To
thank
have
you
a
for that. Yeah, and just two more questions before we go. Moving more away from the more track and field events, and in terms of Trinidad and Tobago, like, do you believe that there are enough opportunities for persons with special needs or gifted and talented persons within Trinidad and Tobago?
To be honest, I think people stigmatize against people who do not look like them, and I wouldn't really say it happened to me. I know it happened to a lot of other people, persons to say. And yeah, I don't think it have a wide variety or a lot of opportunities for people who are differently challenged or people who is especially gifted or whatever you may consider it. And I think people need to stop think like that and consider God make us all human beings. Everybody will never look the same. Everybody never think the same or be the same. So I think people need to be more mature about it thinking.
Okay, thank you very much. And one last thing, what are some words of encouragement or any piece of advice you'll give, even with someone with or without disabilities, or just a normal person, normal quote unquote person? Like,
All
well,
right. So
what would you advise that person?
what I would say is if you find something that is positive and something you really like, I think you should pursue it and make sure and have positive people in your corner and supporting you always. Not every time you win or lose, that means somebody. Well, I learned personally that in life, whether you do something good or bad, people always criticize. So I think parents should have a very important role, teaching the children good values and stuff like that. But to me, we can do all things through Christ who strengthen us. So I think that is my word for anyone.
And thank you very, very much.
Thank
And but yeah, I think that's it for us, Alyssa.
Yes, I think that's it. If we also wanted to ask if you have any medals that you would like to show us.
Okay, I'll just show you all the London medals and one of the medal from Brazil. So these two are from London.
Uh-huh.
One for
2017.
javelin, one for shot put, and both of them was also world record attempts, which I wrote the world record.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
The internet dropped a little.
Right.
bye.
So
Yeah.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.